I was shocked. I woke up to that news. I got here and they're like, man, you see everything that happened? I'm like, not quite.
LeBron James is in the middle of a storm unlike anything he has faced in his career. A federal investigation has suddenly turned the NBA upside down, and this time it is serious. FBI agents raided his properties in Los Angeles and Ohio, looking for evidence tied to a sweeping probe called Operation Nothing But Bet. What started as a quiet review of suspicious betting activity has exploded into what insiders are calling the league's darkest scandal. Officials are tracking encrypted messages, strange money transfers, and even questionable medical information. Every new breadcrumb somehow circles back to LeBron, the superstar many believed was untouchable. Everything shifted the moment his longtime friend and former teammate Damon Jones became the target of a federal case.
According to court docs and law enforcement sources, details of LeBron's injury status were allegedly sold by his former teammate, friend, and coach Damon Jones as part of a massive prop betting scheme. Jones was an unofficial assistant coach for the Lakers during LeBron's fifth season in LA. Sources told the Post that Jones sent a message to one of the betting ring members on February 9, 2023, urging him to place a large bet on the Lakers' opponent, the Milwaukee Bucks, because James would be out with an injury that night.
That was the spark that lit the match. Court filings revealed Jones had been leaking confidential injury info before key Lakers games, including the matchup against Milwaukee in February 2023 and the Thunder clash in January 2024. Investigators even uncovered a message where Jones told someone to place a heavy bet on Milwaukee that night. Just hours later, LeBron unexpectedly sat out with an ankle issue. It was no longer speculation. It became a paper trail.
We are investigating anyone and everyone depending not on their income. And you can think about it. These players make millions, particularly in the NBA, as their contracts are guaranteed. Yet the draw of winning comes at any cost to them. If they're alleged now, but if they're convicted of their crimes that they've been charged with. So to me, it's really about the addiction side and how much provided help do we give these athletes as they go through their athletic career.
Milwaukee won easily, and the ripple effects began. The situation escalated fast. Once agents searched LeBron's homes, seizing devices and financial files to see whether any of Jones's operation connected to LeBron's accounts or communications. He has not been charged with anything, but the public is split. Is he completely innocent, or is someone shielding him? The moment Damon Jones was indicted, this turned from rumor into a real federal crisis. Prosecutors laid out how he secretly supplied betting intel tied to Lakers games, backed by messages like the one urging a bet on Milwaukee. The investigation is still unfolding, and every step forward brings more questions about who knew what and when.
I only knew about Terry.
I think on the whole, we all are very responsible. The integrity of the game is fine. Everybody's very mindful of what to do, what not to do, and understanding the landscape of sports right now in general, and that's not just an NBA thing.
It's a tough moment for the individuals involved. It's a tough moment for the league, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, y'all partner with a gambling company. You open a can of worms. Partner with gambling companies ain't make gambling more accessible to us. The accessibility is what it is.
Hours after that message, LeBron suddenly set out with an ankle issue, and Milwaukee rolled over Los Angeles with ease. What looked like one simple betting case turned into something darker the moment the FBI shifted its attention toward LeBron. Agents hit both his Los Angeles and Ohio homes, taking phones, laptops, and financial documents as they searched for any link between Jones's betting network and LeBron's accounts. No charges yet, but people online are convinced he is not just a bystander in all this. Then came the twist. New FBI filings flipped the narrative. The NBA insisted LeBron had no clue about Jones's schemes, even pushing the idea their bond was only personal, not professional. But once federal teams dug into encrypted messages, the story changed fast. Investigators were no longer just following Jones, they were tracking direct communication tied to LeBron. That is when his name appeared on the search warrant. If he is only a witness, critics ask, why raid his homes and seize his files? One chilling phrase stood out in the warrant: coordination of privileged information, language most often used in conspiracy probes. And the most bizarre detail? Jones allegedly passed that betting tip just 2 days after LeBron broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record. the exact night LeBron skipped the next game. Coincidence? Fans are not buying it, especially with the league's image already under fire. This case has already cost multiple people millions. Federal prosecutors have charged others too, including names like Chauncey Billups and Miami's Terry Rozier, all under Operation Nothing But Bet. But now the spotlight is locked on LeBron. When footage surfaced showing FBI vehicles lined outside his Brentwood estate, the internet erupted. Some tried to brush it off as fallout from Damon Jones's indictment. But legal experts quickly pushed back. The FBI does not raid a cooperating witness unless there is something much deeper in play. LeBron's team finally issued a statement claiming full cooperation, though insiders say that is usually quiet language for strategic deal-making behind closed doors. Sources claim agents seized encrypted devices, private phones, and digital logs tied to LeBron's travel plans and game day patterns dating back to 2022, the same period Jones reappeared around the Lakers. Rumors are now spreading that this betting scandal might only be the front door. Some investigators believe the money trail stretches beyond the NBA, cutting into Hollywood circles and powerful social networks around LeBron himself. As one analyst put it, Operation Nothing But Bet is no longer just about gambling. It may be following a possible laundering pipeline linking pro sports to elite entertainment.
And we all know the letter of the law when it comes to gambling and sports gambling, and I don't want to sit up here like I'm some perfect guy. Like every now and then when I go to Vegas, I'll play some craps, and I'm ashamed that those guys will put their families and their careers in jeopardy. There's an old saying in the hood, all money ain't good money. So if you're making $9 million and you're dealing in certain things, like how much more do you need? Especially if you know you get caught, you can do jail time, lose your career, put a bad image on yourself or your family or on the NBA.
With money flowing through sponsorships, charity galas, and glittering celebrity events, there is plenty of room for dirty cash to hide in plain sight. Even one paper trail tied back to Damon Jones or his circle could destroy reputations overnight, possibly even careers. Publicly, LeBron still flashes confidence, showing up courtside in Los Angeles wearing a floral cardigan and greeting cameras with his signature smile. But insiders whisper that the pressure is wearing him down fast. He has quietly pulled out of major interviews, limited his travel, and nearly stopped speaking altogether while the Lakers wait for clarity. Right now, one of basketball's biggest icons stands in the center of a storm that is only getting darker. And just as the public demanded answers about the bets, the money, and those encrypted messages, investigators shifted focus towards something far more unsettling. They began digging into LeBron's private ties to a man already locked up for running notorious underground gatherings. That is when everything took a sharp turn. The investigation, the rumors, the entire direction of the story. When the FBI swept through LeBron's homes, it was never just about gambling. Agents wanted to understand his inner network, and suddenly the trail led straight into the entertainment world. What started as a betting probe now touched celebrity circles, luxury parties, and secret financial channels. One powerful music executive, recently sentenced to more than 4 years in prison, had already watched his empire collapse. Now, one of the greatest players of all time was being quietly linked to that same shadowy scene. Almost instantly, an old Instagram Live clip resurfaced. LeBron laughing beside that mogul saying, "Ain't no party like his party?" It looked harmless then. Today, it plays like evidence. Commenters freeze every frame, studying his tone and expressions like detectives chasing truth in glitchy pixels. LeBron is not accused of any crime, but insiders claim his name surfaced in quiet conversations about guest lists for private gatherings, described in sworn testimony as far darker than the glamorous images once posted online. His lawyers refuse comment. The Lakers have said nothing. That silence only makes the speculation bigger. The raids came as prosecutors expanded Operation Nothing But Bet, pulling banking records tied to the mogul's business network. Internal notes hint at cross-referenced ledgers, showing possible overlap between betting funds and entertainment payments. When investigators noticed similarities between cash flow and invitation lists, the tone shifted from curiosity to urgency. Behind the scenes, PR teams scrambled, sponsors paused deals. 2 major brands already hit the brakes. NBA executives are no longer asking about Damon Jones. They are asking what LeBron really knew. Whispers are growing louder, and many come from people who once stood inside that mogul's private circle. A former event promoter claims LeBron's name appeared in guest coordination messages dating back to 2018, though nothing has been released. Another insider alleges FBI analysts found logs on security staff phones listing contact notes for top athletes. None of it is confirmed, but online sleuths are treating it like an open source investigation, connecting screenshots, travel dates, and blurry photos as if this were a Hollywood thriller. Several texts seized from LeBron's mansion are now reportedly under review for possible links to secret events in Los Angeles and Miami, some tied to encrypted chats connected to the mogul's management team. Whether those talks were business or something deeper remains unclear, but LeBron's silence now feels more calculated than calm. LeBron has always been known for fierce loyalty. He never forgets the people who rose with him from Akron to the spotlight. That loyalty built a tight inner circle that followed him to every city. But investigators now see that loyalty as a vulnerability. Sources say longtime friends with no team roles often appeared at practice facilities or traveled with the Lakers, blurring lines between personal loyalty and professional boundaries. For years, if someone asked why certain people had access, the answer was simple. If LeBron wants them here, they stay. It fit the myth. A self-made legend who stayed loyal to his roots. But under Operation Nothing But Bet, that loyalty is now being examined piece by piece. Did his trust in old friends and influential industry contacts open doors for confidential information to leak? Former teammates say he was warned quietly more than once about people around him, especially those tied to messy financial circles. He heard the warnings, but loyalty to him was not strategy. It was a principle. That unwavering loyalty may have become the blind spot others used. Psychologists say fame at his level bends reality. Friends become staff. Trust becomes currency. And the same people who protect you can expose you. Under that kind of constant pressure, tight loyalty circles form where criticism fades and questioning becomes taboo. In that world, trust is sacred right up until it splinters. Now, with federal agents combing through communication logs, those cracks are showing in real time. Some investigators believe that loyalty could be the missing link between NBA betting, secret entertainment money, and the private social network connecting him to the mogul's world. Those close to the investigation insist this is not just about money or greed. It is about someone so committed to protecting his circle that he lost track of the line between loyalty and liability. And that loyalty may now be the very reason agents are digging through his most personal records. This story has shifted from sports to secrecy. LeBron, once seen as the definition of control and discipline, is suddenly quiet and distant. Analysts say his withdrawal from major charity galas is not coincidence. It signals deep legal strategy. One Los Angeles PR expert put it plainly: when a star like LeBron goes silent, lawyers are steering everything. The internet has turned this case into a storm of theories. Some connect Operation Nothing But Bet to the mogul's case through shell accounts, charity fronts, and luxury fundraisers that doubled as private meetings. Nothing has been proven, but every unsealed filing throws gasoline on speculation. Fans and online investigators are dissecting flight logs and party photos, pointing out moments he appeared in the same cities tied to those events. And through it all, LeBron stays silent. No interviews, no reactions. No emotion. Silence that once looked confident now feels intentional. For 20 years, LeBron crafted an empire built on precision: brand control, public discipline, family legacy, activism, film deals, global fame. He became the blueprint for modern celebrity power. But today, that empire stands under the glare of federal subpoenas, encrypted messages, and ominous whispers from a fallen entertainment network. And now, one question echoes louder than ever. Was his loyalty stretched too far? Or are we watching the first cracks of a massive cover-up? Sooner or later, the truth will surface. And when it does, it could change how the world views fame, power, loyalty, and the price that comes with sitting at the top. So what do you believe happened behind closed doors? Is LeBron's silence strategic, or is he shielding something the world is not meant to see? Drop your thoughts below. Thanks for watching Ball Stories. Like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable stories from the world where fame meets the game.